Right, so how does the body begin to dampen pain down? There's a descending system. I hope this sort of explains how this works roughly. So if we go right back to the top of your hand, you're going to get a pain impulse in through this creature here. What was it called again?
That's Totoro.
Totoro. So Totoro is the receiving bit of the nociceptor. So if I punch Totoro, boom.
No.
Oh, sorry. Sends an impulse action potential along to Monkey. Do you remember Monkey from the adverts, Monkey? And there's a synapse here. What Monkey does, he screams across to Teddy, and Teddy sends the impulse all the way up here, all the way up into the brain. We're going on the brain later on. Now, a lot of it comes down to this synapse here. There's other stuff we'll look at that you can deal with pain and inflammation where it starts, but here in the spinal column is where somehow the body has to stop Monkey talking to Teddy. And the way it tends to do this is by using a monster truck drug dealer. There's no point in trying to negotiate, so I can't say stop screaming him, stop talking to each other. Imagine there are two people fighting in a bar. They just so into each other. They went, ah. So the only way to do that, as far as I know, is to get a monster truck reversing. Beep, beep, beep. It's a safety monster. Beep, 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 beep. And what it's going to undo, will do here, it's going to lift up and it's going to unload a crap load of drugs. So rather than negotiating, here would you like this big bag of drugs, and would you like this big bag of drugs like any pub on a Friday night? And they're going to go, ooh, fine. And as a result, he's going to stop screaming and shouting, and he is going to stop sending the impulse up to whatever that creature there is. I don't know what it is. I don't care. Don't care. So, let's have a little look at in more technical details. So, in the last session, we went up into the brain with the pain message from the nociception. What we now down to, we have two basic big organs firing down. What they do here is you have the periaqueductal grey matter, which is actually there, and we have the raphe nuclei, which is there. And what they do, once the brain has decided, oh, this is actually a painful thing, I want to do something about it, and the body's screaming pain, it now goes, well, actually I want to shut some of this pain down because we've taken the action. We have an emotional reaction to the pain. We've taken a hand away. So what we now need to do is this. This initiates, amongst other chemicals, something called serotonin. Comes all the way down to the monster truck drug dealer, aka the inhibitory interneurons. And they have a special drug to deal, and it's called Enkephalins. So if you're walking around your nervous system, you'll find interneurons going, oi mate, fancy a bit of enkephalin. Hey. What they do is this. If you can see Monkey there, releasing all its pain, there's pain. You see Teddy here. Remember, all Teddy can do as a neuron, he can fire off a signal. We want to stop him doing that. And the only way to do that is for the stuff, the enkephalins that are released, have to find a receptor on the ear of the Teddy. It's not really the ear of the Teddy, but work with me. And what they do, they come and they settle on this thing here, bomb. And these little sort of channels, if you like, have 7 weaves going in and out. So once it's weaved in and out, what it will do, inside the neuron, it send little messages out that will close the calcium channels. Remember that calcium coming in, there's no fire. What it could also do, as it's in there as well, is to start opening the potassium channels. And potassium starts leaking out, which means that you won't get this rising from minus 90 millivolts to minus 55 millivolts. It just keeps everything down. As long as this keeps on going, okay, we don't need the pain, let's damp it down. This is how the body's own opioid system works.